My dear brothers and sisters, here at Holy Cross, we're now on chapter 6 of the Reflections for Paul's second letter to the Corinthians. And in chapter 6, verse 2, Paul says, "See, now is the acceptable time. See, now is the day of salvation." Now, part of what Paul is saying here is, hey, look, don't put off doing what you know you should be doing today till tomorrow. No, if you want salvation to be manifest today, you have to make Christ manifest in what you're doing today. Now, Paul is speaking on multiple levels here. First, he's saying, look, today is the day of salvation. Remember that you live your life today as though today is the day that Jesus is coming back from heaven. Today is the day of the second coming. He says, live your life as that is happening, because we don't know when it's going to happen. What we know is this: we've been given today. We've been given today to become all that God calls us to be in and through Jesus Christ. So what Paul is saying here is today is the day of salvation. Today is the acceptable time. In other words, hey, get on with the business of salvation. You know what you need to do to incarnate the love of God. You know what it means to treat your brothers and sisters as the hands and feet of Christ. Treat them as though you yourself are Jesus, treating his disciples. Part of what Paul is also saying is don't worry about some date off in the future. Hey, look, whether the second coming happens on March 2nd, June 2nd, 2001, 2020, 2030, whenever it happens is really irrelevant. That's not your job to figure it out. That's between God and Jesus. So get on with the business of being all that you're called to be right now. Now, I got to tell you, that's not easy for me. I know that in my life, I am always looking towards the future. I'm always thinking about, oh boy, what's tomorrow going to bring? Oh boy, what am I going to be like in 5 years? Oh boy, am I going to have enough money for retirement? Always worrying about the future. Now, in reality, there's really not much I can do about the future. I don't know how to predict what the stock market will do. I don't know what to predict about the coronavirus. I don't know whether I'm going to get sick tomorrow. I don't know whether I'm going to be well tomorrow. All I know is what Paul is calling me to remember, which is that today is the day of salvation. Today is the day that I'm called, and that we're all called, to work out our salvation with fear and trembling. That is, with purpose and mindfulness towards what it is that God is calling us to be in and through Jesus Christ. And the good news is that each day we are given is a day to come back, to turn again to Jesus and be all that we can be in and through Jesus, so that we might be reconciled to God. Amen. And God bless.